Hey everyone, welcome to a deck profile. Today I bring you one of my new and favorite creations, Dogmatika Control. It's still a work in progress. I am still missing certain cards. However, this is what I have at the moment, and it flows pretty well. It's pretty fun. Guaranteed to annoy and possibly piss off some of your opponents, which is always the goal of a control deck. Anyways, let's get into the card by card of the deck and dive into the Dogmatika Control. First off, you need 3 of this bad girl right here, Dogmatika Ecclesia, also known as the Hammer of Discipline. One of the main key Dogmatika cards that you need in any Dogmatika deck. She cannot be destroyed by battle with monster or special summon from the extra deck. You can only use each of her effects once per turn. If a monster or special summon from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can activate this effect. Add 1 Dogmatika card from your deck to your hand, except Dogmatika Ecclesia. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck for this turn, which is fine. You really don't worry about special summon monsters from the extra deck in this deck. And allows you to get any other Dogmatika card in your deck, which we have multiples of. Next, you have 3 Dogmatika Knight. Also a good one to play in the deck. During main phase, if a monster or special summon from the extra deck is on the field, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then, if you control another Dogmatika monster, we can negate the effect of 1 face-up monster on the field until the end of the turn. So, summon her, and you can summon also this one too. Get both your Dogmatikas and negate your opponent's monster. Be like, no effect for you. When your Dogmatika monster declares an attack, you can make all Dogmatika monsters you control gain 500 attack. You can only use this card's effect once per turn. Then we have 2 of my personal favorite Dogmatika monster, because it's just cool. Well, next to Ecclesia, I just think he's cool looking. Dogmatika Theo, the Iron Punch. You have 1 punch man, then you have him. Multiple punch man. Anyways, this card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that's supposed to summon from the extra deck. You can only use each of the following effects of Theo once per turn. If a monster is supposed to summon from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. Note, his is not a quick effect, but you can still special summon from the hand. It's so cool. Anyways, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field that was special summoned from the extra deck until the end of this turn. This card gains 600 attack, and the target monster loses 600 attack. So, it can make a little attack difference, which can help out you battling quite a little bit. Then we have the final Dogmatika of the deck at the moment. We have Dogmatika Aiden. And his effect cannot be destroyed by battle with monsters or special from the extra deck. You can only use each of his effects once per turn. If a monster special from the extra deck is on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon 1 Dogmatika monster from your deck except for him. So, you can bring out any other of the Dogmatika monsters from your deck if he's destroyed. Also, it gets you a nice little body on the field. While he's not as big as the others, he is still fun to play. And that's it for the Dogmatika main monsters. Let's get into the other monsters of the deck. We have 3 DNA Pachysaurus, which when this card's on the field, neither player can special summon. And if you happen to flip, it destroys all special summon monsters, which can hurt your Dogmatikas if you're not careful in the way you play it, but it's good to keep your opponent in control, especially if you already got your board set up. Then bam, you drop this big boy on him. Then you have 2 Inspector boards, which is just wow, a very fun card to play. But nah, seriously, I actually do like Inspector board. I like his effect, and I like what he does. Basically, this card cannot be normal summon or special summon if you control a monster. So, if you're gonna use him, summon him first and go from there, because otherwise you cannot bring him out on the board. Neither player can activate monster effects unless the number of monster effects that each player has previously activated this turn is less than the monster types they control on the field, which is Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, XE, Pendulum, or Leak. So basically any extra deck monster or any specialty deck monster like Pendulums or Rituals, their effects can't be used if they haven't already while he's on the board. If effective activation was negated, it still counts towards the total number of turn. You can only count effects that were activated while this monster was face up on the field. That's how he works. And it's interesting. Then finally we have one Majesty's Fiend. He cannot be special summoned. Near player can activate monster effects. That's it. Nothing really crazy about him. Or he's got same attack points as Red Eyes Black Dragon. Just as an effect. That's all he does. Alright. Now, come here, Patchy. Get over here. Patchy just wanting to hang around for a while. Alright, let's get on to the spells of the deck. First, you have 3 Nadir Servant, which I kind of wish this card was called Dogmatika in some way instead of just Nadir Servant, because you sadly cannot search it off the Ecclesia, but it can help you get into your combos with your Dogmatika cards. Basically, send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then add 1 Dogmatika monster or Fallen Albaz from your deck or graveyard to your hand will attack less or equal to the set monster in the grave. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck, which once again is not a problem for this deck. You're not worried about using an extra deck. You're just worried about your main deck monsters and stopping your opponent. Then we have 1 Dogmatika Nation. This card, neither player can target Dogmatika monsters you control with effects of monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck. You can only use each of the following effects of this card once per turn. After damage calculation, if a Dogmatika monster battles an opponent's monster, destroy that monster. If a face-up card on the field is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, have each player send 1 monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. So this card protects your Dogmatika monsters from your opponent's extra deck monsters, while at the same time can possibly destroy some of those pesky ones to get over and thin out your opponent's extra deck, which is always good. That's it for the Dogmatika spells of the deck. Next, we get into some of the generic spells of the deck. We have 2 Pots of Extravagance. Check out those pretty rares. These cards banish 3 or 6 cards face down from your extra deck and draw 1 card for each of them. That's all. Just gives you some draw power. Then we have 1 Pot of Prosperity, because I only own 1 at the moment. I need more. And with the release of Rarity Collection, I shall soon have more. And this card, banish 3 of your cards of your choice from the extra deck face down for the rest of the turn after this card resolves. Any damage your opponent takes is halved. Also, activate cards from your top of your deck equal to the number of cards banished. Add 1 of the activated cards to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So this card will help you search deeper into your deck to get that 1 card, or get that 1 card that you need to add to your hand. But watch out for that Ash. Ash is always a pain. Then we also have 2 Moon Mirror Shields. Basically one of the best equiption cards ever made. Equipped to your monster. When that monster attacks opponent's monster, attacks the 5th position monster, it gains attack equal to defense plus 100. If it attacks an attack position monster, gains attack equal... doesn't gain, I'm sorry. Gets the... Words. Basically copies that monster's attack, gains 100, or copies that monster's defense, gains 100. Always guaranteed to nearly blow it away, unless they have some trap or hand trap or something that can increase their monster's attack after your monster gets the boost. Also, if this card goes to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to either put at the bottom of your deck or top, which can come in handy, because sometimes you just need to get back. And that's it for the spells of the deck. Next, we have, unfortunately, the only Dogmatika trap card of the deck, which is Dogmatika Punishment. Now, I do want to run 3 in this deck. I'm still waiting on my 2 to get here, and when they do, I shall put them in the deck. But for now, I have 1, and 1 is still doing a good job at messing with my opponent. Basically, target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Send 1 monster with equal or higher attack from your extra deck to the graveyard. If you do, destroy that monster until the end of your turn. After this card resolves, you'll special summon monsters from the extra deck, which is fine. Once again, not worry about that. This card works great because you get combo off with 1 of your monsters that is in your extra deck to not only pop 1 card of your opponent's, but the monster you could send could pop another card on your opponent's side of the field. So while this takes out one, the card you maybe sent to the graveyard can take out one too. 2 birds, 1 stone, gone. Best way to take care of some pesky monsters. Now we get into the real spice of the deck. We have 3. There can be only ones, aka peekaboo, I see you. Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. If the player controls 2 or more monsters of the same type, they must send it to the graveyard so that they control no more than 1. Now, this could hurt. This could hurt you if you're not careful, but it also mainly hurts your opponent. And if you're playing against an opponent who, because let's face it, I think it's the Rescue Ace cards. I think I only have like 2 types in the deck. I could be wrong. I've faced it about 2 or 3 times so far. But it could slow them down. It also slows down, gosh. I can't remember the name of the deck now, and I've placed it so many times. Good Lord, have mercy. The deck that plays Rusty Bardiche. It will come back to me eventually. Anyways, Peekaboo's great against a lot of decks. And a great way to stop them. Or slow them down entirely. Then you play in 3 summon limits, which this card, near player can summon more than 2 times per turn. Great card to stall out, especially some of the decks that require heavy combos to get things going. They get their first monster, second monster, activate that, they don't get a third. Sorry, your synchro, your link, your XC, whatever you're putting, is null and void. Then we play 3 anti-spell fragrance for those pesky spell cards that just enjoy ruining your day. Then we have 2 Rivalry of the Warlords. This one, each player can only control 1 type of monster. Send all the other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. So this is exactly what it does, and it's just a good little stall card. And then we play 2 Crackdowns. This is a great way to snatch up your opponent's monster. The only downside is it cannot attack, its effects are negated, but hey, it stops them from comboing off and gives you, and you get still a little body, which you can use to tribute to summon your Majesty's Fiend, which is always great to do. And then finally we have 2 Infinite Impermanence. If you have cards on the field, you have to set it to activate, but if you don't, you can activate it from your hand to stop your opponent's effects, which also can disrupt a lot of good stuff. And that's it for the main deck. Let's get into the extra deck. This is the only real extra deck monster that matters in this deck, which is 3 of Elder Entity We're just gonna say Spear Mommy. Anyways, reason why she matters is not because of the way she's summoned, but because of her effect. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 level 4 monster from your hand, which doesn't matter. This is what matters. If this card is sent to the graveyard, that means off of your Dogmatika card sent to the graveyard, just sit straight there. Target 1 card on the field, destroy it. Now that means spell cards, trap cards, monster cards. This is the only extra deck monster that matters in this deck build of mine, is her. Everything else is mainly just in there for fodder, or to get over some really high attack point monsters. But I'll still show them off because why not? Next we have, just for OGs out there, the Enraged Battle Axe and the Dragon Master Knight. If they have a card with 5,000 attack, I got the way to get over it, which that would surprise me because I have yet to see that, but you never know. But that's it for the fusion lot. The synchro lot is 1 Cosmic Blaze Dragon, 1 Blackwing Full Master, 1 Assault Synchron, 1 Baron de Fier. That's it for the synchro lot. Then we have for the XC, we have 1 Leo Arms. Even though he has no arms, he is got 4 paws, but no arms. 1 Gaga Magician, 1 number 39 Utopia Ray. Oh, I'm sorry, C39 Utopia Ray. 1 Executor XCA, 1 FO Utopic Future, and Oh, sorry, that's a link, but we'll still throw them in there. Sacred Claw, Tryhark. Now, I just have the Utopia Future in there just to fill it out. The rest of them actually have okay attacks to help take care of your opponent's pesky monsters. Now, it's not much, but I will show y'all the side deck option, which I'm still adding more to. But you have one Harpy's Feather Duster and 2 Regekis. My bad. I don't have these sleeved up because I'm still constantly working on it. 2 Book of Moons, 1 Dark Ruler, 1 more, 1 Twin Twister, 1 Jiro the Star Destroyer, and 2 Lava Golems, a Brain Control, and a Dark Hole. And that's it at the moment for the side deck. This thing changes so often, that's why I rarely include my videos, but the kaiju part is going to stay, and it's probably going to be extended upon, because once I go first and I win that first duel, my opponent is not going to let me go first in the second duel. This is going to be the backup plan right here for that. Same goes for the Regeki and everything else. This is to make it go into a going second deck is what the side deck does. Then once somehow you win that, they have to decide whether they want you to go first or second, and hopefully you side out accordingly to that. But that is it for the Dogmatika Control deck. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all really like this. It's a really good deck idea that I have been working on, and I like it. I like it a lot. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take it easy. Catch you on the next one. Peace.